Imagine you were walking home at night and there's no one around, and you start walking through this underpass. You know, the ones that are on the roundabouts and you kind of walk under it. Imagine you walking down one of those and you're all by yourself, and all of a sudden you get slapped on the back of your head and you turn around and there's nobody there. Guys, this is a true story that happened to one of our subscribers, and in this video I'm going to share that story with you. Without any further ado, I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm a waiter in a restaurant, an Indian restaurant, and usually finish around 1 o'clock in the morning because we have to clean up and prep the next day. However, this particular day was Valentine's Day 2024, and it was extremely busy that day. And because it was so busy, we didn't finish late, and ended up finishing around 2:30 in the morning. And unfortunately, I didn't usually get a lift home, so that meant I had to walk home. And the buses were closed because it was so late in the night that I had to walk all the way home. So it was about a 20-minute walk at night, which ain't too far if you think about it, but at that time of night, it felt really eerie to me. So there I am, walking down the road, and it's a quiet road, and I can hear footsteps behind me. That's the only thing I can hear because everything else is really silent. And I stop, I turn around, and I look, and there's no one there. So I carry on walking, and I can hear the footsteps, my own footsteps that is. But then I can definitely hear another footstep next to me, maybe about 2 or 3 meters behind me. But then I stop again, and the footstep stops too. And it ain't my footsteps. I definitely know that at this point because it's not syncing with my steps. So the third time, I thought, I won't stop and look around. I'll just quickly turn and see. So I'm walking 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and all of a sudden I turn around and the footstep stops, but there's no one there. So this is starting to freak me out a little bit, so I hasten my pace. I start walking a little bit faster. And next to my house is like a massive roundabout. And to go to the other side of the road, there's a underpass at the bottom of the roundabout. So you go down the steps, and then it's lit up, and you just kind of walk through this underpass, and then there's steps on the other side, and you go up the steps, and then you carry on walking to the other side of the road. And I was thinking if I should go down this underpass. Now, normally what I do is I avoid this underpass. I avoid it because it just gives me this eerie vibe. But because it was so late at night and I was so tired and I didn't want to add the extra 10 minutes of walking on my journey, I thought I'd walk down this underpass. I mean, it was well lit and I can hear steps behind me, so I thought it's probably the best thing to stay in the visible light spectrum, if you like. So where there's more light, I should stay there. So I started going down this step. I'm taking 2-3 steps down. I'm kind of jumped at the last few steps, and I'm walking down this underpass. And as I started walking down this underpass, there was no one else there. There was no people there or anything like that. It was, bear in mind, around 3 o'clock in the morning. And I just turn around, I'm looking behind me, but I'm walking ahead. But I just got this sense of dread, like this dread just came over me. The hair on my arms started raising up. And all of a sudden, I felt a blow to my head. It was a proper blow, like someone just punched the back of my head. I fell on the floor and I got up and there was no one there. There was no one there. And I just remember feeling the back of my head and getting up, being completely terrified, like what the just happened to me. So I got up and I started running. As I'm running, bam, I get slapped again, this time in the front of my face as I'm running. So I'm running and something just slapped me on the front of my face, on my right cheek. I feel it again. I'm stopped dead in my tracks and my head just goes to one side. I start reading, I start praying, and I'm running again. I'm running as fast as I can, and I can hear laughing, but I can't see anyone there. I can hear this like eerie, evil laugh just laughing at me, just laughing at me. And then I hear another evil laugh just like laughing at me. It sounded like a deep voice of a man. The other one sounded like a man as well. Those two definite, distinctive laugh. I ran up the stairs as I got to the other side of the underpass, and I ran up. As I ran up, I felt this eerie dread just start to dissipate a little bit, but my adrenaline's kicking in. I'm running full pelt. I'm running home, and probably about 2 minutes from the underpass is my house. So I ran to my house. I opened the door. I went into my room. And I was just praying. I was proper scared. I left all the lights on that night.